Good evening. My name is Bethany Orvis, and I am acting as a juror, and I am on the side of the plaintiff who is accusing the dental office of breaching his right to privacy and confidentiality. The dental office put a AIDS sticker on the outside of his folder, a big red sticker that says AIDS. He states that that is a breach of his confidentiality, that now everybody else knows. The dental office states that it is not a breach of confidentiality because they are protecting themselves and all their staffing. However, by doing so, any patients in the room, if they walk out with that folder and the AIDS is on the outside and they call his name, he goes with them. On the folder, everybody can see that it says AIDS on it. They know that he is the AIDS patient. As they walk by, all the staff will know, and any other patients in the other rooms, if they happen to look up at a glance, will know that he is the AIDS patient. Therefore, it is a breach of confidentiality because they are exposing his right to privacy. They are exposing his illness to everybody. The only ones who should know are the ones that are actually going to be working on his teeth and do work on his teeth. The secretary doesn't need to know, neither do the other patients, just the dental hygienist and the doctors themselves. Let me think for a second. Okay, so the American Medical Association's ethical principles state that the patient has the right to confidentiality and that the physician or any staff for that matter should not reveal confidential information or communications without the consent of the patient unless provided for by law or by the need to protect the welfare of the individual or the public. They do not need to do that. They can easily, to protect the other staff, can easily put a big red sticker on the inside of the folder that states AIDS. So anybody working with him will open, because they all have to immediately open up their folder to see what's going on, and they will see on the left-hand side a big sticker that states AIDS. That tells them that they need to be cautious and careful. The patients out in the waiting room, the patients in the other office or any area of the office does not need to. Even though the dental office states that they did not disclose his personal identity on the outside, so nobody knows it's him. However, if he's walking with them and they are holding that folder, he is easily identified. Furthermore, legal confidentiality can be breached only when necessary information is being shared about a patient with other professionals who are directly involved with that particular patient's care, and that the information being shared is necessary for the performance and protection of the professionals. Again, if they would put the AIDS sticker on the inside of the folder, it would state that he is an AIDS patient and therefore it is protecting him or protecting the staff, those that work with him. I know that the defendants state that the Ebola case, they released the names of individuals. Well, just because they released those names doesn't make it right. It did not, for the public knowing those names, they weren't running around and the public wasn't having to be worried about coming into contact with one of them and needing, because they weren't running free. They were being treated, so therefore the public did not need to know. And in fact, let me read this. The defendant cited the release, in September of 2014 when there was an Ebola outbreak in the U.S., or so-called outbreak, the names were released. According to the ABC 10 News KGTV San Diego, Dr. Jeffrey Kahn, a professor of bioethics and public policy at the Johns Hopkins Berman Institute of Bioethics, did not believe that the public could benefit from knowing the names of the Ebola patients and stated that he does not consider it a good public health practice to release these names. It was a breach of confidentiality. Unless they signed giving permission for their names to be released, they were being seen and treated in a hospital, not running around free. Their names should not have been brought up, and the dental office bringing the Ebola case has no significance in this matter. I choose the side of the plaintiff. He is correct. His confidentiality was breached. It was not in protection of the staff. And like I said, only the ones working with him, dental hygienist and the dentist, would need to even know, and they can know that simply by opening the folders. And thank you.